So this segment, we're going to get to hear from our authors. We have amazing experts who came together in a really special project called Empowering You, Transforming Lives. And this particular book had its own energy and heartbeat. And it was very opinionated about who was to be part of the book and how they were to be part of the book and what order their shares were to be, what day of the week. And on top of that, not only were there 365, because there's 365 days in the year. Are we in agreement? So 365, just making sure, pieces of data that needed to be honored and put in the right order to serve at the highest level, tying into the seasons, tying into the energy of what was being shared so it could serve the reader at the highest level. Then, in the back, we have this section called By Subject. Not only did we want this book to be able to serve people as they went through the calendar year, or they kind of felt in and see what is the message for today, they also could flip back to the subject area, by subject. Maybe they're looking for clarity, hope, facing fear, maybe needing courage. And they could look up different inspirations to inspire, encourage, and help them by subject in that area. So these amazing authors leaned in to being part of this project, to serving. And there's something pretty magical when 40 people come together with the sole purpose of serving the reader. What was given to them that could serve the reader at the highest level. That's the energy that came into this book, and it was very powerful. But I also want to say, if you look at the cover, doesn't it look peaceful and green and kind of lush? It has this beautiful rock pathway taking you over a stream into this beautiful green forest with sunbeams coming down the path and a beautiful sunburst that we're walking towards, leaning into. What it isn't showing you is what's lurking in the forest. The turbulent water the path is now over. And that's something I think when we're looking to step forward, when we're looking to spring forward, sometimes we're so focused on the sunbeams and the light and where we're wanting to go. We sometimes are surprised that there can be some shadows, there can be some challenges along the way. But I feel like this book is giving this pathway that is safe to guide you through and to support you, not avoid having those in your life, but support you through them. And that's why I feel like it's a really good book. It's very powerful. I'm very proud of it. And I'm very honored to have so many people coming alongside, serving in a powerful way. And we have a group of them with us today. Dr. Nancy Tarr Hart, even though I put her in the H's, okay. That's just to test everyone if they can really find her. You got to hear from earlier today, and I'm just thrilled to have you in this project, in our lives, and at our event today.
Thank you.
I'd love for you to share.
Thank you very much.
Here, let me take you to the center, too. I want everyone to see it.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! There
we go. It is an honor, and I'm not sure that I can say anything about being in this project that has not already been said. It really is an honor. And I have to take my glasses off to be able to read what I've written. Rather than read something from one of the inspirations that I put in the book, I'm reading a couple of snippets from several of them because I think they tie up nicely what we've been talking about today. We here on earth are asked to be in the fullness of our humanity, to honor it, to cherish it. To do that, we need to just being. It involves full-on spiritual, physical, mental, and emotional presence. It embraces and resonates in our heads, our bodies, our energies, and our hearts. We are gifted with a deep knowing that goes beyond traditional boundaries of understanding, taking us to our most spiritual self, our divine selves. We are unlimited, and each of us is a part of something larger than our own individual selves. In taking care of ourselves, we are taking care of others and our created world, and vice versa. Asking ourselves, what is it that worries, angers, offends, or saddens me, is only the beginning of the process. We must also ask, if I cannot change what it is that I have identified, can I change how I act or react to it? We are the change. With each thought, word, and deed, we are the change we want to see in our world. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Syndee, it's a dear friend of mine. And can I share how we met?
Absolutely.
You know how you're supposed to meet people sometimes, but maybe you don't catch the memo. So I was sitting at the table, right? And I stood up. And I was supposed to meet Syndee, but I missed the memo. And so what got my attention is as I stood up, with enthusiasm, I spilled my champagne on Syndee. It was like we were making sure we connected. And she was graceful, and it formed a real connection as we navigated through that water, and we've been staying in touch ever since. And it's just been an honor and a privilege. She's an amazing healer, an amazing business coach, award-winning.
Thank you.
How many books?
I'm just having 11 and 12 published, and I've already started 13 and 14. Thank you.
Yeah, really powerful. So let's warmly welcome to the center of the stage, the amazing Syndee Hendricks. Woo!
Thank you, Rebecca. It's my honor to be here with you today. And when Rebecca told me about this book, there was no question that I had to share some things in the book. I am a solutions person, and I have had the helping gene since childhood. And so one of the things I put in the 8 pages that I offered was a meditation I wrote and recorded. And I chose, instead of carrying my emotional baggage, because I've been through it all, that I decided I would find a place to put it. And I put it in the book for you and whoever chooses to utilize it. If you would like to have the audio version, I've since recorded it. I would be glad to share it. I have a drawing that you can just put meditation, and I'll email it to you so you can have it on your phone. It is life-changing. I could tell you a story or stories about how that happens, but most of us don't really have a place to send all the things that have happened to us. And if you're a human being, you've had a lot of things happen to you. I'm certain of that. And so I'm thrilled to share that. And I have to admit, I kind of feel like I'm back in the 60s because I wrote about love, I wrote about peace, and I wrote about honoring people, because really, isn't that what it's all about, or should be? So thank you so much, and I appreciate all of your stories and sharing, and I'm so glad I decided to come today. Thank you.
Thank you. It's my dad. So, what can I share about my dad? He's a hero in my life. He's a retired lieutenant commander, served our country 23 and a half years. Successful, heartfelt entrepreneur that is committing to helping people never have to say, I wish I would have known. Please lean in and warmly welcome my amazing dad, John Franklin Hall II, to the center of the stage.
Thank you. Well, one of the things that I wanted to share was I also grew up poor. I was in Kentucky, and I think it's kind of one of the rules in Kentucky. I grew up without a father figure. My father wasn't there. I was very timid and shy, kind of like I am today, very sheltered. But I searched for a hero, and finally, one of the greatest inspirations in my life came from a baseball player named Pete Rose, also known as Charlie Hustle. And the reason he's known as Charlie Hustle is because every time he came to the plate, every time that his bat touched the ball, whether it was a little foul tip or a grounder or a pop-up sure-out fly, he would run to first base as hard as he possibly could. Most of the other players just recognized, oh, that's an out, I'll just go back to the dugout. They didn't even try. But Pete Rose tried it, and he defeated the odds. He figured every now and then somebody's going to bobble the ball, going to drop it, going to overthrow first, and he was able to be successful and get to first base. And he was very successful at it. In fact, he still holds the major league record of 3,125 times getting to first base. But the most amazing thing to me was not that he was even a great runner. He didn't excel at running. He excelled at effort. This is the man who said, I'm going to do everything I can to get from here to there. And he wasn't even good at the running part. He was good at the effort part. And to me, that's the biggest thing that really sort of set my direction in life, was Charlie Hustle.
Thank you. So let's take a moment. What are we going to do? Stop, pause, breathe, integrate, receive what is pouring into our heart and spirit. Give ourselves a moment to let it sink in. Maybe write a note or two if there was something you wanted to make sure you remembered. Catherine, you're up first. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me grab it. I'm excited, I set it down. So notice that Catherine is wearing turquoise. And there's a powerful reason I will let you share. Catherine is an amazing leader and is passionate about helping people who struggle with mental health, really bring awareness around that, releasing stress and giving encouragement and an authentic voice to that struggle.
Right.
And you stand in that space powerfully. Radio show host and award-winning author, multiple books. How many books out?
17.
17 books.
Collaborative, one of my own.
That was award-winning.
Right, mine was the award-winning one.
Exactly. So please welcome to the center of the stage, the amazing Catherine M. Laub. Woo!
Thank you. So I'm excited to be in this book because I'm all about empowering and inspiring others to reach out for their support that they need. And I need my glasses. I use blue and turquoise because it is a powerful color and it's a supportive color. So I'm going to share Overcoming the Darkness, which is the best description of myself. My first time on stage, I'm shaking.
It's all good. You're all good.
And I'm
She is so beautiful.
tired too. So.
Yeah, it's all good.
So since my dark night of the soul in 2014, I experienced many positive changes and much growth. We all face the darkness at some point, but it doesn't affect everyone the same way. For me, it was drastic and during a crisis moment. This was a crucial turning point, and the only way to go was up. There are so many ways to overcome the symptoms and move forward and shine. For me, this time of darkness was the beginning of a new and better life. I share this message not for sympathy, but for inspiration to guide you to be the best you can be. I realized the moment I was taken to the hospital, things would get better. 3 days earlier, I prayed to God and my angels to help me feel better and get off some of my 22 medications. This was the answer. God wanted me to experience the full extent of the darkness so I could relate to others when I speak with them. Sorry. For me, it was both mental and physical symptoms that fed off each other, and they still do today. Each person is different. I am grateful for my life and the opportunity to reach out and lift others up. Here is what I've discovered. You are absolutely wanted and needed, and make a difference by being you. Commit today to sharing your gifts and talents in a positive way. Be willing to be the light for another. And again, thank you, Rebecca, and I got through it. My first time on stage.
Beautiful. Thank you. Kathleen. Good friend of mine.
The dancing duo.
That's right. We have history. That's right. Need to know. That's right. You remind me of that. Kathleen Sims is a powerful, powerful leader. She's passionate about helping us bring more love into our life. Amazing healer. You're studying new certifications all the time, bringing those to the world, including what is the newest? The
brain spotting.
brain spotting. Powerful. So you've got to check in and learn more about that. And then, let's see, I wrote a couple of things down. So, co-founder of the Center for Conscious Living, co-author of multiple books. How many books? I know there's multiple.
6.
Six.
And
Six?
2 more coming.
Yep, I like that. I love that. And something, when we first met, I thought she was very serious.
Did I fool her?
So here's my wonderful, fabulous, feisty, fun friend who I know will touch your hearts and spirits. Let's warmly welcome the amazing Kathleen Sims to the center of the stage. Woo, right?
Thank you. When she told me she thought I was serious, I just got hysterical laughing. Anyway, this is February, and February to me is the month of love. So I have been blessed and fortunate that I have an affirmation, one in each month, so I have 12. And for the month of February, there's one on love. And I would just like to read you a couple of lines in it and actually ask you, while I do so, that you close your eyes. Within you, the love that is your birthright is discovered, affirming the truth that you are love, and joy is your natural state. When you tap into the unconditional love within you, it awakens your natural joy. This is what gives your life meaning and the experience for which you have long searched. Take a nice deep breath and breathe into your heart of hearts, which is the vibrational energy of love, which is in fact what you are. There's no place to go and there's nothing to do except to be. I feel very blessed to be in this project. In particular, I've been in other books with Rebecca. This one on affirmations, though, gave me an opportunity that none of the other ones have given me, which is probably 25 or 30 years ago, I had a spiritual awakening and opened a channel to the higher world and channeled principles for living and that were universal. And I teach them in my workshop, but I've always been saddened by I never knew how to get them beyond the walls of my center and my students. So to me, this gave me an opportunity for those principles that have been gifted to me and through me to be spread out into the world. So thank you, thank you.
Thank you. This is Pastor Nicolas Pacheco, and we have worked together now on a couple of projects. And something I really appreciate is he's always positive and insightful. Every time I have him on a radio show, every time you're on one of our calls, he's uplifting us. He's giving us inspiration. He's giving us encouragement. I appreciate that so much about you. It's such a gift to uplift others in that way. And you are a church planter. You are a prepare and enrich facilitator and marriage restoration ministry. You're
My wife and I, we
Oh, together?
club ministry.
Oh,
Yes.
beautiful, beautiful. And a certified John Maxwell speaker. So let's please, and number one, international best-selling author.
Yes.
Okay, let's warmly welcome Pastor Nicolas Pacheco to the center of the stage.
Thank you. When my father passed away, I was 13. My mom was pregnant and she had 5 kids. This was in the middle of a little town in Mexico, and I thought, that's it. No hope, nothing. Selling drinks at the buses, trying to survive. Then I came to the teaching school and I was able to continue studying, getting scholarships. Came to the United States and I spent like 12 years in the alcohol. I was an alcoholic. So nothing. But then I met the Lord and a new life started. And now everything is different. This was never in the schedule. It was never. Last November, the Lord gave me the opportunity to attend a training in Harvard University. When I was there and I saw my name, I remember the day when I picked up the food in a trash can in San Francisco, or when I slept under a car in San Francisco. And I know there are many Nicolas out there, men without the courage to give a step and say, this is not for me. So this is a great opportunity to reach them. And hopefully we can create more plans, more projects, because there is a lot of to do out there. Here is nice and beautiful, but the real world is outside, and this is where we need to go. My wife is here. Thank you for being with me for 21 years. My daughter, she's here with me. When I saw Rebecca's dad, oh my God, beautiful picture. Thank you. You inspire us. Thank you. Thank you.
Linda, Patten, and I, we have been friends for many, many years.
Yes.
We don't always have to share how many, many years.
No.
And from the time where you and I were both hiding in the back to stepping forward and sharing on higher and higher levels.
Yeah.
Linda is the founder and creator of Dare to Lead with Linda. She has over 40 years leadership experience that spans from corporations. 40.
No. I started when I was 2.
Oh, that's right. Just to be clear.
Yeah, be clear.
Military, working with generals and leading them as well as working with entrepreneurs and helping us step forward. Published author.
Yes.
And an amazing heartfelt leader, and with some performance background as well.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh. And art and performance.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
And with that, let's warmly welcome amazing Linda Patten to the center of the stage.
I have to tell you, this thing scares me as I watch it move. So I've been inspiring leaders for 2 years. I created a video program with inspirational quotes, teaching, and some action to do each week. And when Rebecca came to me and said, would you like to be in this book? It was like a natural move. But I really wanted to deal with something that we as women deal with on a regular basis, and that's the moon and the moon phases. And so I've been working with this for, again, probably about a year. And so I wrote my articles based on moon phases. So the first one was winter, and it was around the winter solstice and into January. And the whole thought here is purpose and our connection with self. And so my piece is on that. The next is spring equinox. And we move to prosperity and our connection with others and how we connect with them. The next is summer. And summer's so juicy. It's the time of pleasure and a time to connect with nature. And the last is autumn. And the autumn piece is when we really reflect on what we've accomplished and where we're going. And we look at peace. We look at our connection with our spirituality, with the divine, with Mother Mary, and to all the other guides and guards that we have. And so that's how I wrote my 4. And I know that there'll be inspirational pieces for you as well. Thank you so very much for allowing me to be part of this project. And Rebecca, it's just a joy to be in yet another book that you've created that is wonderfully written and beautifully given. So thank you.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Gruyter, and I am the producer of the Empowered Connections TV channel. And I wanted to personally invite you to come on over, enjoy our amazing shows. We are all about empowering women. We're all about transforming lives. We're empowering men to really step out and be all they can be. We are looking for programming and shows to bring things to the next level. So if you are somebody that feels a show birthing within you, you have a calling to bring your show to life and touch the world, please reach out to me. I'd love to have a conversation with you. We are launching new programs and shows every week, every month, because we're going to change the world. I look forward to talking to you.